Today I'm making Sambal Petai Prawns from scratch. It's slightly spicy but very tasty and delicious. This recipe is for 4 servings. The ingredients needed are 700 grams of prawns, washed, deveined, and deshelled. Leave the head and tail attached. 130 grams of shallots, peeled and washed. 45 grams of garlic, peeled and washed. 180 grams of petai or sting beans, washed and cleaned. 550 ml of water. 50 ml of tamarind juice. 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. 3 tablespoons of chili paste. 90 grams of red chillies. 110 grams of yellow onion peeled, 60 grams of lemongrass, 40 grams of young galangal, 20 grams of turmeric, 5 grams of asam keping, 3 cilantro roots, 15 grams of belacan or raw shrimp paste, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and half tablespoon of salt. The full list of ingredients is in the See More link. First, marinate the prawns with half of the salt. Carefully rub them to prevent injury. My prawns are not very fresh today as I have frozen and defrosted them multiple times this week. They eventually lose their heads later. However, they still taste as good, especially the head when coated with sambal. Okay, it is done. Leave it aside. Next, split the petai into half to check for any worms and to clean them thoroughly. Use the knife to guide it to cut it into half like this. Be careful not to cut yourself. Actually, use the small knife is better. For me, I am comfortable with this big knife for everything. Alright, all done. Most of the petai are quite clean. No worms inside the beans. Give them a wash and set aside. Next, cut the yellow onion into large slices. Remove the layers that are not very fresh. Then, separate the layer into a bowl and set aside. Next, make the paste. Remove the roots of the lemongrass. Cut them into smaller chunks for the blender and set aside. Repeat with the young galangal, cilantro roots, shallots, fresh chilli, removing the stem, and just separate the turmeric without peeling the skin. This is to prevent the yellow staining from the turmeric. Alright, all our herbs are ready with our garlic. In a blender, add the garlic or the cut herbs, the belacan, and 200 ml of water for an easy blending. Blend all the ingredients until they become fine paste. This will take around 30 seconds. Alright, this looks good. Switch off the blender, add all the chili paste, and continue to blend to mix them together. Alright, switch off the blender again. The sambal paste is perfect. Let's go and fry it. Switch on the heat to medium. Add all the cooking oil to a stainless steel pan. Then, while the oil is still cold, add all the sambal paste. This is to prevent sudden oil splash as hot oil will explode when it contacts with the sambal. Stir continuously for 10 minutes or until the sambal is very fragrant and has lost almost of its moisture. Don't let it boil on its own as a large hot splashes can occur. After 5 minutes, the sambal has reduced in volume and looks drier. However, it's still not dry enough. Continue stirring. After 8 minutes, the sambal is starting to become quite thick. There is still a little bit of moisture left. Keep stirring for another 2 more minutes. After 10 minutes, the sambal is very dry and thick. The consistency is perfect now. Add all the tamarind juice, sugar, the rest of the salt, 200 ml of water, all the asam keping, yellow onions, and sliced petai. Stir for about 1 minute or until all the seasonings have dissolved and the ingredients are well coated with the sambal. Alright, this looks good. Cover the pan and let it simmer for about 8 minutes. Make sure to stir in between to prevent the sambal from burning at the bottom of the pan. After 8 minutes, the sambal is very fragrant. Stir lightly and give it a taste. It's slightly too sour and spicy for my taste. I am adding half tablespoon of sugar to mellow it down. Give it a stir to mix it all together. Perfect. Add all the prawns and give it a gentle stir. Just enough to cover the prawns with sambal. Cover the pan and let it simmer for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, check on the prawns. They are still cooking. As the sambal is too dry, add 150 ml of water. Stir the sambal prawns to mix well with the water. Cover the pan and let it cook for another 2 more minutes. After 2 minutes, the prawns are cooked. Give it another stir. The smell is so fragrant. Switch off the heat and our Sambal Petai prawns is ready to be dished out with the plate of rice. Let's eat! Spicy, rich, and very delicious. The prawn sweetness blend well with the rich homemade sambal, and the sting bean give this dish a lovely nutty flavor. So good! I really enjoy this sambal with rice. Thank you for watching. Please like and share if you have enjoyed this video. This is Home Cooking with Somjit. Thank you and bye-bye!